Huh. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, It has been a long week. Oh, that was one of the DVDs I got to watch. Yeah, Don't mind me, I'm improvising. Yeah, since the coronavirus is psychologically jacked the whole people's minds up. But if y'all had watched Brother RA, you would know this was coming. Yeah, I mean, I talk about all this craziness all the time, but no one wants to listen to me. I ain't nobody. I'm just a black nigga on TV, on a public access channel. All right, shut up and get to your content. Okay, get to my content. Pulling all the things out of my bag. Oh, actually, you know what we forgot to do? We want to take the show various places again. Do I want it closer? Is that how I want it? Should have took care of this before, right? That's the camera right there. So I want the camera. Yeah, notice my artwork. That's what I did in the 8th grade, and that's my Peter's. No, that's not. Actually, I'm improvising. I'm in a different location. Shut up. Somebody who has everything. Someone gave me a belly button brush. You see all that? For people who have everything. A belly button brush. Okay, start the show properly. Take this hit. And reach a higher level of relaxation within myself, within my own identity, understanding all aspects of my divinity. Does that make sense? How about if I do it like that, all right? Yeah, that's a little better. You already recorded 3 minutes. 3 minutes into your show. 103. On March 18th, the 3rd month of the year, 2020. And what is that 1 and 8? And what did I discuss last week about the numbers and the significance of the numbers? All right. Okay, so talking about the DVDs that Brother RA has watched and the meaning and the significance of the coronavirus and all this bullshit. I mean, the level of doubt and fear and paranoia. First of all, you know that somebody here in Harvard or MIT or one of these melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with a calcified pineal gland. Oh, let's create. I mean, isn't it the albino child of mine that is worried about the numbers of people on the planet And so they're creating diseases and so on and so forth. And I just found it rather interesting. My chi and my energy led me to watch Born Identity, Matt Damon. Oh, and he's a Boston brother, right? Oh, and Changing Lanes. Oh, with Ben Affleck, another Boston brother. And look at me, a Cambridge brother. So, am I changing lanes to a born identity and understanding? What did I say? I told you earlier I had already watched The Longest Week. That was, yeah, Jenny Slate and Jason Bateman. But what is the storyline? Oh, what did I watch here? Julia Roberts, Duplicity. Is there a lot of duplicity going on? What kind of lies or what kind of Oh, that's right. You should watch ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News Network and learn everything you need to know about what's going on now. Is that duplicity? What kind of bullshit does the media produce? And how many people believe that nonsense? And all this. Are we gonna get into our own identity? Who am I and what are you doing to me? That was Matt Damon, right? And then Changing Lanes. What did Ben Affleck do to Samuel Jackson in that movie? He made him bankrupt after he was trying to buy a loan for his woman and his child. I'm like, so wait a minute. 3 Boston dudes, and what kind of information are we dispensing? What kind of media or information? Okay, I got through the, oh, that's right. Let's throw out this, haha. You know, everyone's so caught up in 007 and then Fallout, Tom Cruise. Fallout. Spies. Is that duplicity? Is that a mixed message? Where's the, oh, that's right too, it's 2020. 2020, you need to go out and make sure you are counted. We want to know how many niggas run the planet. We need to know that so we can come up with a coronavirus or a Ebola virus or a this one I'm kind of, I don't know if the killing of a sacred deer. I'm kind of nervous to watch that one. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I don't know. But okay, let's get to the content, and we're 9 minutes into the program. And the content for today's show, for the most part, is dealing where how did I end last week's show? If everyone were to spend more time with themselves, dealing in their own individuality, making themselves undivided individually, reaching all sects of your mind and all sects of your identity, your born identity. If we were to reach that level of relaxation, and I ended the show saying, what? If more people were to go that deep into themselves, they may not need the hospitals. I said, we may not need the hospitals, and then the coronavirus breaks out. Did it start before I said that? I really question that. All right, you're an idiot. Just okay. We're gonna read this here. Go to my notes and pick up where we left off last. We talked about the Boondock Saints. That was another Boston flick, right? And then Special Agent FBI. This FBI woman made the statement in Boondock Saints. I don't know. She said, I make intelligent people feel like imbeciles. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. And on 3/12, what did I say today's date is? Today is the 18th. And I'm just going back into logging my notes. There's so many thoughts, so much information to share as a mentor. And I did say my occupation was understanding what it means to have moisture in my pineal gland. And understanding that my albino child has a calcified pineal gland, they wouldn't be able to teach me anything about moisture. I mean, all right, get to your content. Shut up. Okay, so I wrote a note. Dating a woman of what I think I can get. Where does integrity come in? So, do we date people according to what we think we can get? Because we don't think that highly of ourselves. We have that much doubt and fear or levels of insecurity and so on and so forth. And so my note is, where does integrity come in? Do you date an individual on their appearance? Or you date an individual on... And what is that song I was just listening to? Dates, or, you get married and you see eye to eye. Do many people in their relationships see eye to eye? So, if you don't think that highly of yourself, if you're constantly questioning yourself, you're constantly doubting yourself, you fear the greatness of what you are, integrity. So I'm just a black man understanding the liquid in my pineal gland, and liquid, as you can see, I took that hit and didn't even drink my water. I think I might have to take another hit because I'm in the luxury of not CCTV. I'm in the luxury of undisclosed location. I don't think I'm good at lying. You notice, wait a minute, for me to drink that water, it had to be level with the container it's in, and I tilted it towards my mouth, and I ingest what is the chemical configuration of water, H2O or what? Or But dealing with moisture in the first eye, that's on the back of your $1 bill at the top of the pyramid. I know this is repeat. I'm sorry, but let me just make it perfectly clear. There are 4 corners, and all 4 corners go up, and at the top of the pyramid is one eye, and it's the all-seeing eye. So you can see north, south, east, west, inside and outside. Now, being a black man mentor, can I, and you know, Brother R.A., seeking the mother of my child 15 minutes in, I question myself and ask, can I date an ugly woman with integrity? Does integrity show in the spirit? Can you have an ugly spirit? I'll let you ponder that one for a second. Can you have an ugly spirit? Or an existent spirit? Or you haven't connected with yourself? Jumping through hoops for others. Are you jumping through hoops for others? Not enough focus on yourself? Boondock Saints, Boston Mafia. Media, pimping. Value what? And so I'm pointing out the structure of the society I reside in, where we value dead slaveholders' image on paper. And how many hours in a week? How many does one spend with themselves? How many does one spend focusing on delving into the potential of understanding the purpose of birth, their existence? Why am I here? Sometimes love comes around and knocks you down. Well, get back up. Look at me now. Hi, 11:21 on 3:15. Today's the 18th. These are the notes I wrote then. Reading the Tao. Let's go to 146 of the Tao. Do I wish to read that one? I'm going to read that, but even though that's not in the order, I think I read B last week and I read Charlatans. And so I'm going to go ahead and read Insignificance because that makes most sense at this point in time. 147. Insignificance. All right, you know you're close to being a senior citizen. You better pull your glasses out. Be trying to stumble through words. Oh boy, I hate clearing my throat like that. I don't know where that itchy, scratchy throat came from now that everyone's been talking about coronavirus and shit. It's like, whew, okay. But let's go to 146. Insignificance. Spasms of molten rock piled a cone 3 miles high. Rain and wind split 100 towering fingers. In time, trees strove for leverage in the fusures. After a million years, condors, and snakes took up residence. Mighty rock, carved walls, adorned with chartreuse. I looked this word up too. CHARTREUSE. It means everything's gone from me now. Let's see. Chart reuse. That's how it's spelled. And vermilion lichen. That's LICHEN. Folks, we using albino language. Language doesn't mean that much, but I need to convey the point. So, man may get more puny on those stones. How long will it take to see down until you no longer hold self-importance? Until you no longer hold self-importance. Compared to the massive movements of heaven and earth, compared to the immensity of geologic time, the great acts of humanity and their monuments are beneath significance. We climb the highest mountains. We dive to the depths of the sea. We fling ourselves as close to the sun as we dare. And we are not even on the scale of nature's measure. In our egotism and our views of ourselves as the center of the universe, we imagine that our lives have some meaning and importance when placed beside the stars and the mountains and the rivers. They do not. We cannot hope to have any true meaning in the history of the universe. But we can know better. We can know it better, and we can be a better part of it. If you want to know the force that keeps the sky blue, the stars burning, the mountains high and still, the rivers running, and the oceans flowing, then remove the veil that stands between you and Tao. Insignificance. That was 146. Let's go on to 147. Subservience. I showed the DVD cover for Help last week. Melanin dominant black women raising busy white women's children. And so the black mother of the child, the albino child, is learning from the black mammy as opposed to its mother. I just got through reading Insignificance, and now I'm going to read Subservience. Out of season rain dashes crowns of princely trees. Perplexed travelers ask for reasons, huddling under worn eaves. Those who follow Tao make much of knowing and acting in conformity to the cycle of the seasons. They have made a science of studying the exact ways in which events progress. Some have become so skillful that their lives are admired as nearly as magical. Yet when things happen out of turn, even these wise ones are surprised. Such is the case with unseasonable rain. It is supposed to be hot summer, yet it is a day like midwinter. What is there to do but accept it? Following cycles does not mean that you can then expect things to occur with precision and regularity. The actual ways that circumstances develop will always remain beyond complete regimentation. Nature doesn't act according to human theories. Rather, our sciences are imperfect at analyzing nature. The follower of Tao is always flexible and adaptable to circumstance. Even if there is personal desire to do something in advance, preparation has been made, the follower must nevertheless bow to nature. Knowing how to put aside personal priorities in order to fulfill the demands of the time is among the greatest of skills. Let me repeat that again as we go into 30 minutes into the program. Knowing how to put aside personal priorities in order to fulfill the demands of the time is among the greatest of skills. This is subservience. Page 147 out of 365 Daily Meditations, written by Dang Ming Dao. Now, I have a note here to read Perfection, page 230. I'll go ahead and read page 230, because that's where I'm headed, is to reading more of the Tao on air and sharing these thoughts, thinking outside the box. And then after, I have a whole bunch here. Perfection and Order, those are the two I'm going to read now. Then there's Depth and Redemption, but I have like 4 or 5 pages of Tao's pages I wish to read. I think I'm not going to get to all of that at this point. This was on the 15th. Today is the 18th. And I just went crazy reading Tao on those past 2 days, 3 days. All right, yeah, let's give you Perfection. Since Brother R.A.'s 58, not 57. 58, single, never married, no kids, and seeking the mother of my children. And what I say about finding a partner or mate, someone capable of seeing eye to eye, you capable of delving that deep into yourself, and you capable of using your liquid pineal gland eye, the top of your pyramid, once you understand the 4 quadrants of who you is, dealing with your north, your south, your east and west, inside your psyche, the 4 quadrants of your brain or of your mind. Your brain is just your muscle. It's your mind. Now, I'm looking for the mother of my children at 58. And Perfection, 230. I thought it was wise to share this. Perfection. The hero comes down from the mountain, radiant with the power. Yet one tussle with a dusty old man quickly tumbles him into the dirt. In olden times, young men and women who wanted to be extraordinary trained in the mountains with the famous master, away from all the distractions of society, isolated in the cleanliness. They remained on a high peak and did not come down until they had attained great ability. Such people were heroes, the pinnacle of cultivation. However, in their subsequent wanderings in the world, such heroes would often come upon some oldster who could quickly best them. Whether in philosophical debate, or physical skill. There was always some obscure wanderer who could outshine even the greatest of heroes. Why? Because the hero only had perfection, the strength of youth and courage. The oldster had the advantage of experience and wisdom. There will always be people in the world better than yourself. Learn to recognize those elders who are wiser than you and respect them. Know that you yourself will not be great until you have lived a long time. To perfect oneself is difficult, but not rare. To have perfect wisdom is rare indeed. Let's move on to order. I don't like this shot. Damn it. How about perfection, perfection. How about that? Is that any better? Am I comfortable now, sitting in the chair? How about that? 37 minutes in. Just about 20 minutes left. Order. 231. Order. Build your life brick upon brick. Live a life of truth. And you will look back on a life of truth. Live a life of fantasy, and you'll look back on delusion. A good day is based upon the good of yesterday. That is why we should constantly be attentive to our actions. Take frugal people as an example. They recycle the scraps from their cooking into compost piles. Cambridge. They eat at home rather than restaurants. Coronavirus. I'm sorry. All right, read the damn book. Take frugal people, for example. They recycle their scraps from their cooking into compost piles. They eat at home rather than in restaurants. They do not waste water. They shop carefully. They do not spend their money on frivolities. This is exactly the type of care we need for spirituality. Oh, I guess that picture over there, that gives away where I'm at, huh? Shut up, all right. Go back to spirituality. Order. Reading Dang Ming Dao, 231, order. This is exactly the type of care that we need for spirituality. We would not fritter our efforts away on amusements Rather, we should concentrate on endeavors most important to us. We should not randomly gather information. Rather, we should try to order it into a comprehensive whole, thereby compounding our abilities to our own advantage. We should not carelessly tell lies, because we will then be divorced from the truth that we seek. Whether our lives are magnificent or wretched depends upon our ordering of our daily details. We must organize the details into a composition that pleases us. Only then will we have meaning in our lives. Perfection and order. After reading Insignificance and Subservience, do I wish to continue to read? Here, how about if I share some of these? What did I say? Look at me now? And the song came on. This was... okay. On 3/16 at 11:10 a.m. I read Scorn and Evolution and Essence. Wow, there's so many great things to read. Depth, redemption. But then on 3/17, that's March 17th, a month after my birthday, 2020, at 7:08 p.m., the song came on. I had the thought I was high, and the song Just My Imagination came on. And after what Master He just taught me, I keep saying to myself, it can't be this easy. Create my world by the decisions I make. And then the next song, while I'm writing this, the song came on, don't build up my hopes too high. And then, of course, yes, 43 minutes into the show, I have to kick this out today on 3/18 and understanding, wait a minute, if we're talking about the third month of 2020, 18, that one, I'm dealing in all aspects of the one, me, myself, and I, going into the depth of my undivided individuality. And how is individual undivided? So I have to make my undivided self become undivided individual. And on the 18, and what I tell you about the 8 last week, and that's like the upper sphere above the lower sphere, and as you draw that 8, that almost can look like the helix symbol or look like DNA. And am I too far out there for you? This is why I get high, and I get high on air, because it allows me not to be contained in a calcified pineal gland thought process. So after reading Perfection and Order and in writing my notes, and I keep saying, you know, to myself after what Master He just, this can't be this easy. Create my own world by the decisions I make. Don't build my hopes up too high. But being under Master Heej's tutelage, Master Heej, Roxbury Tai Chi Academy.com, and he's teaching me Tai Chi Chuan. That's what the Asians called it, and that's what they taught him. And all I know is I'm learning Flying Tiger, okay? And just because I'm who I am, 46 minutes into the show, that 4 in that lower sphere, understanding the full sphere of myself, I am learning to become Superfly, Flying Tiger. Superfly, Flying Tiger. Tell me I ain't stupid. I guess it's appropriate to have the horse in the background. Could I? Yeah, that has to be a horse's head. I wasn't thinking about a tiger back then. But, Superfly, Flying Tiger. And the chessboard. I don't have a chessboard readily available to show you. But you see how the pieces of the chessboard are, you know, there's a square in understanding yourself. And I showed you last week too, or the weeks prior. All of this is a continuum, it all for it to make sense. So the square folds up on itself to become a cube. And how many in that laid out is a crucifix? So is the crucifix when they hung Jesus on the cross? So there's the head, the 2 arms, and there are how many squares in that crucifix? And it folds up to itself. And so in you understanding yourself and your divinity, are you capable? I would say a calcified pineal gland only looks at 1 square. But if you're a cube and you're capable of adapting and amending and folding up and getting into the depths of who you are spiritually. So maybe now I won't take so much offense to the crucifix, because I know it actually represents the cube that you can fold up into. And so with the chess game, there's two opposing teams. There's the black king and the white king. But as a divine energy, as melanin dominant, and wait a minute, coronavirus and all this other nonsense, wait a minute, I am melanin dominant, melanin meaning biological living light at 49 minutes into the show. And I reach the full sphere in understanding, going from the 6 to the 9 and getting comfortable with being melanin, biological living light. Wait a minute, biological. Bio. So that means chemistry on the physical arena, is logical. That's me. So I'm biological living light. A child of the sun, the S-U-N. Superfly flying tiger. And in my chess game, in understanding myself, I am the black king and the white king. I am all of the pawns on both sides. And how many squares are there to a chessboard? And understanding I am not only the king and the queen and the bishops and the knights and the rooks and all of the pawns. I'm all of the minion. Do you allow yourself to go that deep into your consciousness? The king to the minion. By the decisions I make, I end up in particular circumstances. Song, the world won't get no better if we let it be. Excuse me. Put it in our mind. Just you and me. Wake up, everybody. A virtue is always a virtue. One with this verse. Are you one with this verse? Balanced harmony with yourself. Thinking ahead. Teach the children. That was the song. Are we teaching the children? Looking ahead? Oh no, ain't nothing going on but the rent. You gotta have a J-O-B to be with me. Hey, I need some dead slaveholders. Fuck you. Are we gonna let the world be in this calcified pineal gland state of value with no integrity? Just asking a question. And so I have about 5 minutes left. I won't continue into this. Okay. Just a little tidbit. Give you a little snack for what's coming up next week. I don't know if I'll be at CCTV. They closed that down. They closed Master Heath down for 14 days. Everybody's coronavirus scared. Everyone's got doubt, fear. Oh my God. You watch the news, that's what you get. So, what I'm thinking about is Planned Parenthood. So, as an Aquarius, February 17th, yeah, what I say, my birthday was a month and a day ago, and I'm thinking, still seeking the mother of my child and Planned Parenthood. And, you know, I've discussed oops babies, oops, I'm pregnant. But Planned Parenthood down to, is it possible for me to find a mate to say, hey, we see eye to eye, and could we possibly say, well, we would like to have this star sign baby. Now, is that Planned Parenthood? Where you can, as a couple, come together and plan the star sign of your child. And then the song came on, Distant Lover. Can you love that distantly? Can you love yourself and love your mate, and you unify and come together as I don't want to just say family, but come together and, yeah, Superfly Flying Tiger, Brother R.A. has a lot to say. And Distant Lover. So right now I'm single and I'm issuing and sending out my energies to the stratospheres and using the laws of attraction, attracting to me someone that can understand where I'm coming from and is willing to work with me. And I have to, yeah, you have to be in childbearing years. Now, how many childbearing women can comprehend what the hell I'm talking about? Okay, I'm 58. You have to be 35 to 40, maybe 38 to 40, and you may have a child or so. And yeah, and just know this too. Let me put this out there. I'm a polygamist. I don't believe in white man's one married. No, I will provide for as many women as I can, and we'll have children, as many children. Up, time, show is over. Bye, gotta go. That was a snippet for next week. Peace.